May tanong ako sa'yo, ilang beses mo na nakita yung magulang mong naghihirap? Ilang gabi mo na nakita silang nagbibilang ng barya, umiiyak, nagdadasal, pero wala namang dumadating? Ilang beses mo na nakita nanay mo hawiin yung luha niya tapos ngingiti lang ng onte tapos sasabihin, tiwala lang. And yet, they tell you to keep believing. They tell you to accept suffering. They tell you na bahala na si God, as if faith was a waiting game. Kapatid, they didn't pass down spirituality. They passed down a version of it. One that kept you weak, kept you obedient, kept you scared to take control of your own life. And the worst part is, you didn't question it. Kasi bata ka pa nun eh. You believed that being poor was holy. That being powerless was God's will. That if you just kept suffering long enough, one day your reward would just magically come. But what if I told you, bro, that this was all a lie? That you were never meant to just hope. That faith was never about just surrendering. That the real reason the system kept you weak is because the moment you wake up, society wouldn't be able to control you anymore. Bro, di ko sinasabing huwag ka maniwala sa Diyos. Pero yung tanong, yung paniniwala mo ba, nagpapalakas ba sa'yo o nalilimit kang ma-achieve yung alam mong potential mo? Isipin mo, ever since bata tayo, we were fed the script. Magtiis ka lang, may reward ka din sa langit. Parang ang ganda pakinggan, di ba? Pero isipin mo, sa ganitong narrative, sinong nakikinabang pag puro tiis ka lang? Think about it. What if the system taught you that suffering is holy so you wouldn't fight back? What if the system taught you to wait for blessings so you wouldn't create your own empire? What if the system made you believe money is evil so they could keep all the wealth to themselves? Bro, the moment this hits you and you understand this, the whole illusion starts to fall apart. There are two types of spirituality. Yung una is the type that controls you. The second is the type that empowers you. The first one, the one that the system or society gives you, may script, magtiis ka lang, may reward ka sa langit. It tells you to be passive. But here's the problem with always thinking that way. If God wanted you to be weak, then why did He give you a mind capable of building, innovating, leading? If God only wanted you to just trust and not act, then why did He say, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open to you? The truth is, you were never meant to be weak. You were meant to be powerful. This is where the second type of spirituality comes in. The one where you are not just a passive victim, bro, but you are an active creator. Someone who uses his faith to take charge of his life, lead the weak, and conquer the world. But wait, bakit yung opposite yung tinuro sa akin? Because if you knew your true power, you would never be dependent on the system and you would stop blindly obeying. That would be a problem for the system. And now that you see it, here's how to start stepping into your true power. Una, start to question everything. Take the good and leave the bad. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman all bad yung religion. It gave you discipline, it gave you principles, it gave you a sense of right and wrong, but it also gave you chains. So ito yung task mo. Separate the truth from the control. Ask yourself, what parts of my faith make me stronger and what parts keep me weak? Which beliefs empower me and which ones were given to me so I'd stay limited? Do I believe yung mga tinuturo because they make sense or because they were just drilled into me since I was young? Look, you don't have to throw away your faith, but you do have to start owning it. Pangalawa, stop being a spiritual beggar and start feeding yourself. Most people are spiritually weak not because they lack faith, but because they rely on others to feed it to them. Sunday service, motivational speeches, religious leaders, parang bata na ginugutom pag walang sumusubo sa kanya. If you always need an external source to fill you up, you'll always be spiritually dependent. Real spirituality, my friend, doesn't come from sitting in a mass or service once a week. It comes from within. If you want true spiritual power, you need to start learning how to feed yourself. Read, learn, reflect, question. Build a connection with the divine that isn't dictated by rituals, routines, or rules, but by direct experience. Pray, meditate, write, think. Talk to God not because desperate ka, but because you want alignment. Stop looking for saviors. No one is gonna save you, bro. Not your priest, not your pastor, not your guru. Not even God will live your life for you. You have to step up and take ownership over your own spirit. And lastly, act like a creator and not a slave. You are not just a believer. You are not just a follower. You are a creator. And creators don't just wish for a better life, they build it. Faith without action is empty. Belief without execution is useless. What do you actually want in life? Gusto mo ba ng wealth? Then start building it. Gusto mo ba ng freedom? Then start creating it. Gusto mo ba ng strength? Then start embodying it. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for signs. Stop expecting God to do for you what you are fully capable of doing yourself. The divine gave you everything you need. A mind to think, a body to act, and a soul to create. Yung tanong na lang is, gagamitin mo ba?